stuns on whoever you want. And here comes Westerice going down to the bottom. They did see, oh wow, just a little too much distance between Westerice and Special, and he did not get headbutt first. He got pulverized. So it looks like they have been thwarted in what they were trying to do there, but they are still going to be coming out of this bush. And they do know that Westerice is up top. If they cut him hard to the left, they could do a good amount of damage here, but it looks like they will just start the lane, and it will be Dyrus versus Rainman down bottom.
Yeah, and there's that Q spam.
And they're only switching yacht. Wow, okay. So they're just going to switch the support.
I like that idea actually quite a lot. They're not missing up any golden experience. They think Dyrus is safe here. He's got, you know, health potions, so he should survive at least the first set of spells from the Rainman. He's going for a fast Philosopher's Stone, by the way. That's what that Fairy Charm there shows us. And then just have that healer there for Westerice. And honestly, this lane, yeah, Soda Ribbon could totally do a lot of damage to Alistair and this Vayne here. I totally see it happening.
This top lane, not one you want to see, both Chaos and Xpecial at level 2. That is a lot of stun and a lot of displacement. So Westerice is going to have to be very careful for a little bit here. He needs about one more minion to get that level, and then he can get some movement for himself. Very nice job there. We're going to check out Salsi is doing versus Reginald. Salsi on Kennen. Kennen, usually a bit more of a tanky character, can give himself some MR and armor by turning into that E. That'll be helpful for Reginald's ultimate. And down bottom, Dyrus is just taking a bit of damage. Rainman is playing that Bush champion of Yorick, just throwing the ghouls out, not even showing himself until he needs the last hits. Like that, back into the bush.
You see Dyrus getting pushed around quite a bit here, actually. I'm trying to think about what his build is here. You see the Rainman up there, pretty durable as well, both getting percent magic bent in their masteries. And yep, Dyrus is pushing him all the way to the turret, and because of that, Dyrus is going to recall. And let's look at his money. He might go for fast dodge boots, actually. But Dyrus' money is, 590. It's enough to pick up dodge boots, and that might be the situation. He has them now, and some more health potions. That was the goal there. He knew how much money he needed to earn in order to recall back and how much time it would take, and push the wave such that he had time to do it. And look, he's going to miss maybe 1 minion, maybe 2 on his way back to the lane.
We'll head up top. Xpecial just hanging out in that bush, getting the levels he needs. And he may just grab like a level 4 here and start roaming around with Odd One, but he's actually going to go for level 3. And they're going to go, I believe, to take out Rammus here at the blue. Dan Din quite hurt. They may be able to get that shift on. No! Beautiful flash out into the bush and then flashes again. And he kind of broke line of sight there by the way he flashed to that wall. So very good job by Dan Din. A wasted flash on the Odd One, but he also got Dan to waste his. So it will be less of a detrimental gank if coming out. It's going to be a little bit harder to get that power ball on. We see them both coming up back towards top lane. They did get vision. Nyat was able to get a ward in that bush, so Westerice knows he can play towards the top left of that lane and use his dodge to get away.
Well, that's extremely smart then, yeah. So as you said, they came down, they pushed away Dan. Dan was able to get blue, and yet took that time. He's also been camping this brush the entire time, meaning that there was no chance to put a ward down against the jungler. And you look at the ward positions here, and the brush position, oh my gosh, the damage output here on Westerice. There's the pulverize, there's the condemn. Westerice not in a good place. The exhaust goes down. Exhaust back into Westerice, but he should be safe here. Kind of a waste of exhaust, honestly. But at least he'll live, at least he'll sustain here from Nyut. Gonna be okay.
Maokai going for the red. Looks like he will pick that up for himself. And we do see Rainman backing. Quick Philo there and a ward so he can play aggressive in his lane. We can see 3 wards already have been purchased on TSM side, so they're going to be quite aggressive here and have quite good vision in the beginning of this game. You can see there's already 2 wards placed in the river and the respective bush towards middle. So pretty much up and down and all over, they have a really good vision right now.
Yeah, Dyrus fighting the Rainman is going to be pretty safe here. The ghouls kind of going down. Dyrus going to be okay with all this.
See top lane, it's actually evened out quite a bit. Nyat only level 3, but the ones that matter are level 4. Westerice, there's a pound right there. Can he get in line? And it will be the condemn against the wall, but he flashes out in time. One more hit. The Karthus ulti. First blood going to Reginald. Very nice job and a great initiation by Xpecial. Knew he was going to take a few turret shots, but he knew he could and get out safely.
Indeed, and there we see Xpecial. Oh, I hear a powerball. Dan will not be there for the gank in time, but can at least hold XP in the lane. And yeah, Nyut could be totally tower dived here by Alistair if they wanted to. So good idea by Dan and B here, keep that one safe. Could always taunt away Chaos and keep that Sona alive as long as those stuns last.
Nice job by Salsi farming on the turret. Was able to get all 3 of those and then quickly Thunder Shuriken the last one. And we do have Riven coming back into lane here, but I believe everybody's in that vision of the minions, so they're not trying to push anything up here. Still, those wards in River are not going to allow Dan to come up with any ganks, so looks like Xpecial has gone back. He'll probably get a few more wards. He grabbed himself a vision. Very nice.
Yeah, Westrice back to top lane. Still not exactly rich, though. Doran's Blade, not much else. Look at the minions. 18 minions to 56 on Chaos. Westrice is not having a good time here. That lack of range AD actually hurting the lanes quite a bit because Alistair Vane hits people really, really hard, and Westrice has not been able to do much about this.
Yeah, going in just to get a creep score, if you know you're going to be stunned up twice and you're going to take down to 10% of your health, then you really don't want to initiate that. That's not a trade you want to be having.
And they're going to push through. The wall of pain is there, and that's going to be a pretty easy dragon pickup. There you go, the smite coming out, and TSM happy with how that one's going. Auto moving back up towards the top. Nope, going to recall back there by the golem. Solo mid up 2,000 gold so far. They've got the first dragon and first blood. No turrets either way, but also the minions between Riven and Vane. Very, very significant, and that's going to hurt you.
Chaos not really too worried about just the last hits. He is, oh, now he is. He's trying to slow that lane down a little bit and just let the minions attack the turret as well.
Yep, and they're sending Sona back over actually to support Dyrus, which I think is strange because the Philo and part of the tier already finished for the Rain Man. He doesn't really care if there's someone else harassing him. He's got pretty good sustain at this point. If they did that early on and said, well, Riven, you're screwed, but we're going to own this Yorick, but that's not really the case. I don't think they can do enough damage to push him around.
It looks like Reginald with an invasion here. He throws down the wall onto Dan Din. The CV is out, and he forces him off of red. It's not really going to do too much here, but he is slowing down the jungle. Salsi coming out of the bush will allow Dan to get himself his own red. But great job by Reginald. Just a little disruption there.
Yep, Jack sending over in case they invade. That will not be the situation here, though. Riven's still not in the happiest place in the world. 77 to 30 on minions. It's not good for Westrice whatsoever. But Dyrus is winning in minions. He's got 64 to 46 of Yorick, so 20 advantage is nice. But it's not going to mean too much if Riven is completely useless and Vane will just dominate.
Oh, there it is, the headbutt up, but he was just a little too close, and they do get the extra attack on. Very nice by Vane. That last W, and then the condemn out. Westrice forced to use those health potions, only has one left under his belt right now, and he is pinging behind him. He's like, can I get a CV up here? I think somebody is in my tri-bush. Although he's incorrect, he still wants to be very careful. That's quite a big minion wave, and now that Xpecial is 6, that's the time you can start using that ulti. And we do have Powerball in. It's going to be on to Karthus. Reginald slicing. Maelstrom comes down, but he is sustaining quite well in this fight, turning into zombie Karthus. There is, however, the created image of Yorick, and that Defile continues to do damage. Reginald's going to go ahead and say, I'm just a ghost. I'm just going to walk right in. What's up? Almost takes down Westrice as well. A very nice job in middle.
Absolutely excellent play with these guys. Reginald jumps in there and, yeah, just took so little damage. He managed to stay alive long enough to make that happen. That bonus health from the Doran's Ring and the Catalyst, enough to do really good things. And Chaos had been pushing, got rid of that turret there. Saw Riven had already come over, and that allowed that top push to be very, very easy.
Odd one close to falling in mid. Can she get the ulti out with one more attack? And there it is. The ulti onto Odd One. Very nice job there. Westrice actually throwing out the exhaust very early. And then I saw Nyut come around from the side, and they played that one very well. Get a little bit of extra speed to Westrice, and he was off and running, picking himself up his first kill of the game.
Yep, excellent play there, and you're going to see her just run around through the jungle. Now catching up with that one kill there is going to give her some nice bits of gold, although still down 60 minions against Chaos does not make that easy.
Kennen returning to mid here. Let's see what Salsi's going for. There's that Woda. Will of the Ancients on him. And we're going down bottom. Jax looks like obviously going for that.
Actually, Will of the Ancients, by the way, an exceptional choice here because Riven's going to really like that spell vamp with Broken Wings and Keyburst for Ultimate as well, all going to benefit, though the AP won't matter too much, but Jax is really going to care quite a lot.
Westrice getting caught up top into the Defile, goes for the stun up there, headbutted out, and just taken. Unfortunately, crescendoed was on to Reginald, but he just made it outside of that turret range. Beautiful try by Nyut, and great map awareness coming out of Xpecial as well. Getting those CVs down, helping Reginald to continue to get kills.
And blue buff going to Reginald as well. KX actually getting a kill there on Dyrus at the bottom lane. Looks like a complete 1v1. And Vayne won that fight due to her exceptional gold income. And that is not good. If you're a sort of assassin type, can't duel the AD carry. But Dan might have a great time here against KX. Can he get this kill? KX chasing and getting away pretty well. Powerball soon.
Oh, man.
He doesn't have cooldown on Condemned. Dan could get this.
That will be Vayne dropping. Great pursue there by Dan Din. Good power ball in. He didn't really have to use too much of his skills. I believe his ulti is down, though, from the initial fight. Yes, it was. So Reginald coming down bottom, continuing to farm up, regenning on that mana.
Yeah, and he's the first one to pass out of minions. Reginald so high up in gold right now. 2-1-2. He is rich right now. He's already got the Rod of Ages done by 12 minutes, which is so incredibly quick, and has 1,100 gold in the back right now. So this could be a pretty big deal. And they're going to jump in there. Salsa gets to kill on the odd one, but the bottom lane is Dan jumping Reginald. And here comes Dyrus, and the damage up is pretty high, but Dan is actually falling rather quickly. That's one kill so far, and Dyrus, I don't know if he can do enough damage here. Actually going to fall to Reginald as well, and a double kill goes away there. And that is exceptional for him. He's happy about that one. And, I mean, that's not even TSM playing necessarily exceptional. That's Epic going into a fight and saying, we can take this. Oh, Special has a lot of stuns.
The thing, I think there was one thing not taken into consideration during that fight, and it's that Reginald is 3 levels higher than both of them. They are both level 8 going into that fight, especially with Alistar to knock you up and you're sitting in a level 11's Defile. That's way more amped up than it would be if you were against a level 8 Karthus as well. So that level advantage, as I said before, in early lane, and even here to this starting of the mid to late game, or mid game rather, at 13 minutes, it still makes a huge difference, and you got to be careful also of that level, just depending on what items you have as well.
Yep, absolutely true. Westpress, though, has Brutalizer now. And the one thing that's going to be helpful for Epic, if they can do this right, is that Vayne won't build any durability for all. She did not go Wriggles. She's going for that Bloodthirst or possibly Infinity Edge. So theoretically, Riven should be able to kill her in a fight if she gets enough items. That she doesn't have to sort of win this item race because Vayne will be focused on someone else. But they have the chance for Riven and Jax together to jump on Vayne and kill her really, really quickly. You've got some stuns from Alistar, sure, but there's still the chance that you can just kind of burst her down. But TSM in much better position right now. This is looking not too great for Epic. Salsi right away getting caught, must flash away. Sona Dance goes through, but Dan's still getting caught. And Reginald chasing in onto the Sona. Sona will get out, but there's the teleport. And actually looks like everyone will live for now. Dyrus running around in the back. They force the reset.
Now, Reginald knows right now he's quite tanky. He just initiated that fight 3v1 coming out of the bush with not that much vision. And again, trying to initiate with that wall, he does not mind being in the front. They can taunt him all he wants. He is still doing AoE damage right now, and they're putting too much focus on him. Slicing Maelstrom comes in from Salsi, and they're able to drop Reginald finally. The Karthus ulti to still come out here, and there it is. How will this change the fight? One will not go down. Yes, it is. Riven goes down, as well as Jax. Very nice job there, and they all come out, only losing Reginald in that fight.
Yep, excellent job there. Reginald getting ahead and staying ahead. Such a big deal now. 6-2-4. Definitely taking the All-Star trophy this time around. Certainly the odd one enabling a lot of that with his ganks. 1, 2, and 3. Not a bad score by any means, but look at how good TSM is right now. They are so far ahead. 11-5. 8,000 gold at only 15 minutes in. That's an even larger advantage than last game. They're certainly poised to do a lot of pain here in this game.
You know, and this is unfortunate as well. Salsi being that level 11, level 12 as well. The first blood came to Karthus from not even being in his lane, so that gave him the advantage. Salsi's already been having a hard time with Reginald's mid, and that's just going to put more pressure on. So Salsi kind of put in a bad position that Reginald was able to grab first blood without even leaving the lane and continue to scale off of that.
And one thing that's unfortunate here as well is look at Salsi's build, and he's got Mercury Treads, not Sorcerer Shoes. And when you look at Reginald, he's only got the 30 base magic resist. He's not invested in any durability aside from health. And they need to slice through those low resists. And neither Dyrus nor Salsi are really able to do that because, one, they're not exceptionally farmed. Certainly their minion kills rather high, 100-something apiece. That's all great. But when the one you're trying to kill is level 12 and you're not even building resist penetration, that's actually going to really hurt your ability to get through there. You see Dyrus, trying to get those dives through. He lost the last 2 times he tried to kill Karthus. And he's only just starting to finish out some of his items right now. His Bilgewater Cutlass still not done at 60 minutes in. You want to shoot for a 15, maybe 18-minute Gunblade. He hasn't even finished half of it yet.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hurt. We've seen a lot of this farming just being shut down by these teams. They have great lane comps. That top Alistar and Vayne was just able to shut down Westrice. As we said, and even now it's 77 to 110 in favor of that Chaos.